INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to INCRadio New York. And of course, Happy New Year. It's 2025. And I'm Brother Christian. I know you don't see me as often, but it's a new year and we're trying to change things up. Right, Sister Mika?
That's right. That's right. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year to all of you. We're very, very excited to start off this year with everyone. And who else is here with us today, Brother Christian?
I think our special guest should introduce herself.
Hi, I'm still in disbelief knowing that I'm on INCRadio with Brother Christian and Sister. It's like I'm watching INCRadio right now. But I'm Sister Joy and Andres from the local congregation of Belmore. Happy New Year, District of New York, and whoever's watching. Thank you for tuning in today.
All right. Well, I think we're in for a treat for this New Year's episode. We're trying to make some New Year's resolution, and one of them is cleaning out our clutter, which is our topic for today. So as we start the new year, and it is the perfect time to focus on getting organized and setting a strong foundation for the months ahead, whether it's tackling physical clutter or organizing our digital life, which
we all.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's my New Year's resolution every year. But here we are. Every day's a resolution. But starting the year with a clear and structured approach sets the tone for success and peace of mind, which we all need. Join us today on INCRadio as we talk about organization again.
I feel like every beginning of the year we talk about something like organizing our New Year's goals, this and that. So let's get on. Let's get to it.
But also, I forgot to introduce our other host, Sister Abigail Hidalgo at the Abbey. She's also on. So hello at the Abbey.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. I wish I could join the party wherever in New York you are. Yeah, but I mean, I'm in my own little square, but I can feel the love from across the state or whatnot. But Happy New Year to everyone. I'm glad to be on the show for our first show of the new year.
Woohoo!
All right, well, I guess let's get to it. So,
but before we do that, for our YouTube live chat peeps, tell us your tips on how you organize. If you are the type that gets organized, of course. And if not, then ask your questions. And let's learn from today's topic. All right, so let's start. I think I mentioned it earlier, right? Goals. So when organizing, right, what should our goals be, and what kind of goals should we create?
Ooh, I don't know. That's kind of hard.
Right, Sister Abby, what do you think?
Sorry, I was reading the comments. Brother PJ, it says using a planner and desk calendar. So I guess you can use a planner to kind of organize your thoughts and organize your plans and set your goals. So I think you should have also short-term goals and also long-term goals. If I remember correctly on one of those searches online, you can have your goals for the day, goals for the week, goals for your month, goals for the year. And if you're really, what's that word? If you want to really plan ahead, you can have your 5-year goals. So for today, my goal is to probably organize my space and do laundry. And, and then and also prepare for worship service for the weekend. And then, so those are kind of like my daily goals. Or you can have like, I have to work out, if you want to get fit for this year, like for today, I'm going to walk X amount of steps, or I'm going to walk for 30 minutes or go to the gym. And then your long-term goal for your fitness goals, it's like, I would like to be able to lift like X amount of pounds, or I want to lose 10 pounds or whatever. And so those long-term goals won't seem as daunting. So I think that's how you can organize your goals.
Yes, no, I definitely agree with that. It's important to set attainable goals so that you don't get discouraged when because if you set unrealistic goals, like let's say
Working out.
I'm gonna lose like 20 pounds in like 2 weeks. I don't know. Like you're not gonna lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. That's not realistic and that's not healthy. So it's very important to make goals
Small
that are
goals.
attainable. And like we talked about losing weight, right? You say I want to lose X amount of weight. You also need to list down what you have to do in order to lose that, because there is a lot of work that goes towards losing weight, and it's getting fit, it's eating healthy. Like today I'll eat vegetables in all of my meals. Like that's a good goal. Stuff like that.
It is a good goal.
Is it realistic?
There's hope. There's
will it happen?
Yeah, it's very controllable.
Yes, for sure. And I know when it comes to the new. Thank you so much, Brother Christian. I know when it comes to a new year, it does get overwhelming. I mean, being given that 2024 was such a busy yet blessed year for the District of New York, going into the new year, honestly, personally for me, was it just happened so quickly. And I think that's what is just happening every single year. Time just keeps going quicker and quicker. And that was actually one of the topics in our household evangelical mission last night. So it was just perfect timing for everything. But when it comes to setting goals, making it realistic, baby steps are so important. And just starting off with the right mindset, giving grace to yourself in this part of the year where you can just have a very gentle reset for yourself. It's the best thing that you can do, especially with everything that goes on in our lives. We already know it's going to be another busy year, but the goal is to make it better.
Busy and fruitful. That is always our hope. So.
Yes, we totally love that. Let's read some of the comments. Brother Andrew Wynn to say organize, pray, and use a spreadsheet. Oh wow,
Spreadsheets.
That's really that's
spreadsheets are coming back.
Our sheets experts. I need tutorials.
Yes, for our live chat, if you're a sheet expert, please send us your tips.
I know, that's so true. So Brother PJ said, I think we read this earlier, using a planner and a desk calendar. Yes, it's good to definitely write things down if you're the type of person who remembers when they write things down. I know I'm that type of person. I always have like a bunch of sticky notes everywhere.
Our district minister, Brother Don, says, understand your priorities and focus on acting on your list. And I think that's a very important tip.
That's right. It totally rounds out what goals, the goals portion of our topic for today. Now, let's head on to, so let's say you're physically organizing your closet or your house or your desk, right? How much time, right? Because it takes time, storage space, and of course, emotional energy, because you really have to have that, should you have for organizing, and how can you be more inspired to organize? Like if you're anything like me, the more that I want to do something, the more that I can't do it. I think it's an ADHD trait. So like if I'm trying to finish another task, then maybe I'll get to organize or clean. So how would you do that?
I am the same. It's hard with just a timeline of a lot of events and tasks and just small things that keep adding up. One thing that I have been doing recently is just setting timers. So I was just like, okay, if there's 5 minutes that I can dedicate to myself, so just sprucing up this part of my room or whatever, then I'll do that. If I have more time, I'll add another 5 minutes. But again, like baby steps, those taking those small increments of time and just making them a part of your routine is something I'm trying to practice this year.
I mean, that's what we're all doing, trying to practice, a lot of these goals. And one of them is budgeting our time always. So time management is always, I think that's a big thing that we always come across.
Yeah, I think you definitely hit the nail on the head on that one. It's practice, it's something that you constantly have to do to get used to it, because you can't just do something once and then, know that you will do it over and over again, right?
Like
it's something
the
that
gym.
you yes. You can't go to the gym once and then expect to have a flat stomach,
you
right?
can.
I know that's something that we all do in front of the mirror when we go to the gym.
Okay, small goals, guys. My goal is to just get myself in the gym this year. There you go.
Put your sneakers on.
That's right.
Walking in the door, that's the goal. And
then walking a little earlier.
Walking right back out.
Right. Some of the comments, Sister Joanne said, I'm old school. I still write down my goals in my beautiful pink notebook. Oh, that's
Love
cute.
that.
Or in my tablet. I write my weekly goals for weight loss, my meal for the week, kaleo suguan, etc. And if the notebook is not available, she uses her phone. We have Sister Yen Ruiz saying checklists, not Ruiz, checklists for tasks and a fresh new budget spreadsheet to be more conscious of spending. There you go. It's also good to be organized when it comes to your spending habits. I know there's definitely apps for that.
Yes, there's so many.
One of them is spreadsheets.
It's definitely important to, keep track of your spending habits and to budget.
Who's good at using spreadsheets as budgeting? I'm gonna give them a little shout out, but the Vidad siblings, Sister EJ and Brother
I feel
Nico.
like that's just a spreadsheet of how much.
But when it comes to processes and systems that we implement in our lives, there's some things that work for people and there's other things that don't. I know I'm going to also give a shout out to Sister Tara. She's not in the District of New York right now, but she was really heavily advising me to use a calendar, like a digital calendar. It just doesn't work for me. It's too many notifications, and that's already overwhelming. I have so many messages to take care of. So for me, I do classic planner. I make it a whole tradition. Once my planner is done, oh, it's time to go to the store. Let's choose the theme. Let's choose the color for the next year. What's the energy? So make it fun. Make planning your year out fun.
Speaking of themes and color, if anyone on our live chat can guess what the theme of 2025 is, we're all wearing it. It's mocha. It's mocha themed. So
You couldn't wait for the comments.
We love mocha because mocha is attached to coffee.
Yes.
All right, so let's shout out Sister Karen Jackson from Philadelphia, setting a timer. I like that. I have timers to remind me of prayer time, and I think I will start one for my goals. There you go.
Love it.
We're influencers.
Well, we should be influencers, Christian influencers.
Yes. Thank you, Brother Christian.
Yes, Brother Christian.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I guess moving on from our budgeting goals and topic, what about our priorities? I know we touched up about it. So how do you determine where to start when it comes to clearing up?
Let's ask Sister Abby. I feel like Sister Abby always gets, whenever I see her, I just feel like her life is together.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the
you have it together,
you make it. But I'm all the suggestions or all the tips that brethren have been commenting, I use. I have my phone, which is the important stuff. I know sometimes you get notification fatigue because you get text messages and emails and whatnot. But it's a good portable small thing that I can carry and have reference. I love sticky notes. I have a a cube, and many notes that I I write, and everything is a sticky note, and then there's always that satisfaction that you cross off. When you complete a task, you get to cross off. But it's kind of like you have to think what's important to you, like what Kadan said, like know your priorities. So for us as members of the Church of Christ, our duties are very important. So for me, I tend to focus on that and plan my week, like practicing for organist or doing like tasks for like INCRadio and other duties. I make sure that I really set like the afternoon to work on that. And then after that, if I have other important, more pressing matters, then that will follow. So I kind of base my world around church stuff first and make sure I complete that first, and then fit in the other stuff that I need to do towards the end of the day.
Yes, no, I love that. For me, I have a really bad time or hard time prioritizing because what's urgent or what's important and what can wait later. I'm really bad at that. So I have also learned to like obviously like do church stuff first, and then whenever I'm at home, whatever irritates me the most about my room, that's what I'll start with. Right? Anthony said actually in one of the comments, where was it? Start organizing small sections and work your way up.
Yes.
That's why Sister Joy's advice earlier as well. It's like start a timer, like 5-minute timer. You'll, take care of your desk for now. And then if you have a little bit more time, then take care of like this part of your closet or, this part of your room or the house.
Sorry, I'm trying to think, just visualize that, but my ADHD is like, you start one thing, you stop, you need it.
I
Gets
know,
chaotic.
it's what I know.
We've come down to timers.
Well, the thing too about that I learned about ADHD is that we like to kind of like finish like a goal. So we like that whole like what is it called? Scratching a thing off the list.
Yeah.
Right. So if you time yourself and make it like a competition between yourself and time, then you'll get something done. The more likely you'll get something done. So there you go. That's a tip to all you ADHDers out there.
And I'm ready to collect all the really cute sticky notes for you, Sister Abby, to give to you. I'm ready.
I have a panda one that I've been saving, and like a koala. But yeah, I really love sticky notes. I'm very old school. There was one time someone at work, I had a sticky note on the back of my phone, and he's like, "Why do you have a sticky note there?" I was like, "It's just my way." And he's like, "You have your phone. You could just type it on your phone."
It brings you joy.
It does bring me. Oh yes.
Oh man, we should really do this more often, like in person.
Yes. Now, one of the comments that I really love is from Kuya Mike Bernal. Good part about being a husband and a dad, I simply ask my wife and kids to remind me all the time. So you have human reminders.
And they walk around too.
We love that. Sister Joanne also said she has a lot of great advice, right? The easiest way for me to declutter is always think that I'm moving. Right. So that means don't buy, don't collect, right? Cut back on non-essentials, like takeout or impulse buys. Use coupons for essentials. Keep your goals simple and realistic, so saving feels effortless. You love that. That's why we also love like minimalism.
I feel like for me, because I recently just decluttered my room, but I'm a sentimental person, so like all the smallest things from like every moment I like to keep, but I've come to learn that you gotta let go of that kind of stuff. I feel like, it's always the memories will always be there, but those things is just clutter in your room and you don't really need it. So I got rid of it.
Yeah, and even for like, I've seen tips if you have a lot of papers, especially if you're a parent and your child is still in school, you have all these artworks and like grades, you can scan them. There's like things where you can like order books of like their artwork and that sort of thing. So, I mean, it's digital clutter, but it's meaningful and it won't be clutter if you're saving it because it's special.
Agreed. And I'm sure one day on INCRadio New York, we're going to talk about how to clear our digital clutter, since we all
We
spend
need it.
most of our time on our devices online. I'm sure your
Our district laptops are.
your storage, your online storage
Oh,
is going to
man.
be full, so you keep buying more storage. I know.
Or
I do
buy more
that.
laptops.
So we're definitely going to talk about that. Please watch out for that. But one last question for everyone here before we talk about our upcoming activities is, why is it important, right, for us to always be organized, right? Like physically, like with all of our stuff, mentally, maybe emotionally organized. Why is that important for our professional life, our personal life, and of course in our church life?
Well, do you want to answer?
Oh,
that?
sorry. The mics are pointing to me. When it comes to staying organized, why is it so important? We're from a young age, we're taught by our parents to plan, to have plans, and that's something that sticks with us throughout our entire lifetime. Of course, our plans aren't always the plans that come into fruition. We always follow whatever the plan is from our Almighty God. But
Yep.
what we can do is do the things that we can control. Prepare the things that we can actually carry out and execute that will bring us closer to where we hope to be, hoping that we'll always be guided by our Almighty God. So I think that's why in every aspect of your life, whether it be on a personal level, maintaining relationships, or if you're working or in school, and especially church, it's so important to do as much as you can so that whatever comes next, there is space for our Almighty God to work, whatever that needs to happen in our lives.
I just wanted to. I was looking at the chat. Brother Todd said cleanliness is next to godliness. So I think.
Exactly.
So
We
shout out
love
to Brother
that.
Todd. Our DCAT is really on the chat today. So I wonder why.
Yes, no, definitely. How about you, Brother Christian? Anything else to add?
I think Sister Joy kind of said it all. Being organized in our professional life, our personal life, it helps us in the way we worship, the way we perform our duties. I feel like if you're disorganized in those aspects, the way you perform yourself, the way you present yourself to God is like not as organized and how it should be and how we should be doing it as Christians. So.
Right. And sorry, it's not going to be perfect all the time. There are going to be days where you're just not at the top of your game. But this is what I always say every day. Every day is a new day to begin again and to try again. So my question is, when you have those type of days, how much of a difference do you think it would make to be organized on the flip side?
I mean, if you're already organized, then on the days you're not too, it like your off days, then then it'll be fine. It's like, just take a break, right? And seeing all the stuff. Like, I always love having a clean desk because I feel like clean desk, clear mind. So if you're organized, then your mind is clear and you can focus on other things. But I feel like if your desk is always so cluttered, then it stresses me out so much. It contributes to negativity. Yeah, so that's why it's important to be organized.
Thank you for that question, Sister Joy.
Oh, yes.
This is our audition.
I'm trying to be better at my interview questions. I know that's not my best.
This is this is actually her trial to join INCRadio New York. So.
Well, we had District Booklet here for almost a whole month.
Yeah.
Of December.
Yeah.
So it's time for DCAT. Let's go.
We got to start the year with some DCAT stuff. So.
Yes, we love that. So before we go to and talk about our upcoming activities, do you guys have any greetings or shout outs that you want to say?
Shout out to everyone tuning in. We have over 100 viewers at the moment, and I hope we continue to get everyone on board for the rest of the year. shout outs to the local congregation of Belmore, and of course, our district ministers and all the other ministers and ministerial workers tuning in this morning. Sorry, I'm doing your part.
No, this is the shout out.
Later.
This is the shout out section. You're fine.
And then the district Kadiwa officers. It's always so refreshing to start another year again together. We're so blessed. And if you're interested in becoming a district Kadiwa officer or in any other district CFO officer, please let us know.
Please let us know.
Yes, we love that. Thank you so much, Sister Joy. So let's get on to the activities, right? What's coming up in the District of New York? So next week, Friday, we have Household Evangelical Missions. So make sure to invite your friends and your loved ones to listen. We have a district-wide officer special gathering on January 17th at 8 p.m. And then on the 19th is a worldwide evangelical mission in commemoration of the 100th birth anniversary of our late brother Eranio G. Manalo. So it's going to be definitely exciting. January 20th, we have a district-wide CFO joint monthly meeting. So if you've been Kadiwa and Buklod all together. And then, of course, we continue to recruit for the SFM. So if you know someone, we can recruit them. If you have any local activities, please continue to coordinate with your local CFO officers. And we hope to see you in all of our activities, especially here on INC. We'll see you on the comment section here on INC Radio.
Maybe we'll change it up and do a tour this year and visit the local.
That would be
maybe,
Love
but
that.
That would be amazing.
we'll see. Well, it's a brand new year, fresh new slate. We have a lot of different things coming up. So,
Brother Andrew says, at the Joy, please write your statement.
I actually used to be INC Radio back then.
Once upon a time.
I love INC Radio.
There you go.
Well, it's calling you back.
It's
You're
calling.
on every week. We see you in the comments every week. We love it. Thank you so much. So we'll read some comments and then we'll talk about the hashtag challenge from last week. So we have brother, is this Geb?
Oh, okay, Jeb.
Jeb.
Okay, Jeb Barrientos, greetings and happy New Year, INC Radio New York, tuning in from INC Radio Orange County, California studio at the local of Anaheim, setting up for our upcoming broadcast.
Yay.
Brother Andrew Witt, jumping in from the local congregation of High Point in Ecclesiastical District of Virginia. Brother Mark Maranco, hello New York, tuning in from Bakersfield District of Central Valley, California.
Hi, Brother Mark.
Yes, and Brother Kadon, our district minister, says, keep a positive attitude and a good mindset towards what your mental picture is. We love that advice for all of us. Thank you so much. Now, Brother Christian, would you like to recognize the top 3 local congregations from last week's hashtag challenge?
Right. So I guess we'll get right into third place. We have Cranston. So if you're from Cranston, congratulations. In second place, we have Syracuse. And can you guess who was first place? I think we all
don't know.
think we all know.
I don't know.
The biggest local congregation in the district.
Forest Hills. Yay. And then, of course, our top hashtaggers. In third place, we have Sister Hinirang Ibanez. And second place, Brother Ruth Thompson.
Sister
Sister
Rewa.
Rewa.
Sister Rewa Thompson. Sorry, it says it was.
Sister Rewa
I'm just
Thompson.
I'm just reading the talk.
Love for Belmore.
We love you, Sister Rewa.
And number 1, the reason why Forest Hills was number 1.
Oh.
Yes, the number 1 is Sister Liberty Sabino. Of course. All right. Well, those are our top hashtaggers and the top 3 local congregations for our hashtag challenge. So continue to do that every week, of course, on our show. And that brings us to the end of our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, it's a new year, new slate for INC Radio New York. So send us if you have any topics. But thank you so much to the church administration for giving us a platform to share and speak about important and interesting topics like these. Don't forget to catch us again next Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time or Sunday at 12:30 a.m. Philippine time.
Yes, that's right. Greetings to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, to our Christian Family Organization Coordinator and SEBC President, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo. Also, greetings to our INC radio station manager, Brother Wally Taray, especially to our District Minister, Brother Sheridan Santos, Assistant District Minister, Brother Neil Patrick Amelda. And that brings us to the end of our show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good Happy New Year.
Good Happy New Year!